Hey guys, Tony from Quinsanity here today. I'm going to go over my pond setup. The whole reason why I did this thing was I needed a lot of sand around my property. So it kind of served two purposes. You know, I get a pond, plus I get to put a lot of the dirt around my place. I ended up buying two pieces of equipment, a very large old loader, I think it was a 5-yarder, and a nice excavator. Anyways, I got a estimate on doing all the work, and it was way over 50 to 60,000 to move all the dirt, and that didn't even include the pond. That was just bringing in dirt. So actually I think I made out. Anyways, by doing so, I ended up putting in about 6 foot of fill all the way around my house, all the way to my driveway, and I'm about 400 feet from the main road to the front of my house. So you can just imagine that was a lot of fill, but I made a big hole too. So in the process, you know, it was labor love, a lot of work, you know, on my end. You know, it cost me basically some oil and a lot of gas, but in the long run, I turned around and sold those pieces of equipment for almost for what I paid for them. So labor isn't free, so you got to save when you can save. Anyways, getting back to the pond, I'm going to go over the construction of it, what I did to, you know, make it nice. As far as wildlife goes, I don't have a lot of fish in there. Hopefully now. I did have a whole bunch of them because over the years of owning this property, I kept bringing in fish. And then I found out, you know, they just create so much waste, and I really wanted a swimming pool, but something on a very large scale. So a swimming pool, obviously I couldn't float around in. Well, I could, but it's kind of boring, you know, you're not going very far. This thing's huge. It's about almost an acre. So you can float around, you know, you can get around, you can do a lot of other things, float a boat, whatever, paddle boat it. Just a lot more uses, a lot more fun. Everybody loves it. Some of my friends say, hey man, it's like Hawaii back here, and that's their interpretation. But anyways, it's a good time, and it's not like Hawaii, I wish. But anyways, so let's get to the pond construction. I can kind of show you that, what I did to make this thing a little more friendly. As far as wildlife, as of today, I have some geese. I don't know if you can hear them in the background, but they're going nuts right now. Anyways, I do have some fish, trying to get rid of them. I have about 2,200 minnows that I got out of the pond this particular year, and I keep putting them in a river, which is basically about 3/4 of a mile from my house. That way we're not just killing them off, you know. As far as the larger fish, I had friends come over, fished it out. Everybody wanted to do a big fish fry, so that's what we ended up doing, all big fish. Anyways, let's get to the pond construction. Oh, and also there's my little tiki. I don't know if you can see my tiki. I'm not doing a very good job of focusing. Anyways, more on that later on if you want to learn how to make that. Subscribe to the channel. All right, so here we are. We have a nice sandy beach with a dock. Dock is not quite finished. We're going to do that this year. Put a couple pilings and wrap some rope around it. That was kind of nice, made it look nautical. And our 16-foot of dock wasn't quite long enough, so I added another 10 feet to it and put some landscaping lights on top. So, you know, at nighttime it really looks sharp. All right, sandy beach. Let's go on down around the outskirts of this thing. All around the perimeter of this pond, I used a softball size rock. And underneath of that softball size rock was landscaping fabric. It's very durable. It's not the cheap stuff you buy. I mean, this stuff is super thick. It's what a lot of excavators use for doing very large jobs, so that way the sand or dirt does, or I should say, that way the sand or the grass doesn't come through. And then around the edge of it, you can kind of see here, I used an edging material that I bought from Menards and went all the way around the whole perimeter. And by doing so, it's really nice because I can mow right up to it with my mower. I got a 0 turn, and man, it just, you know, there's hardly no edging. And I really don't even need to if I didn't want to, but sometimes I get a little crazy. Anyways, landscaping fabric, then the rock, and then I bought some large rocks, very large rocks, and put around the perimeter too. So, makes it look cool. And then I have a fountain that's that goes out in the middle. I mean, this is my spring fling. It's here about April 27th, if you will. So I just want to give you a snapshot of what it looks like now and what it's going to look like, you know, in the future here in about another 2 months. Everything will green up, fountain will be in, and like I said, that fountain basically mounts to the dock. It's dual purpose. It's a skimmer, so it will skim off the top of the pond, and then it pumps through a big hose, about an inch and I think it's 1.5 inch diameter hose, and pumps into the middle to a homemade fountain I made. And then what it does is just keeps circulating the water. It aerates it, keeps it cleaner, and then it's a great way for me to distribute my chemicals as far as you know, killing any kind of algae if I get any, or distributing pond dyes. I mean, just pour it in there. I should say it pumps it through there to the fountain, and you know, it just, you know, makes a really nice job of just evenly distributing it and circulating it. So, but stay tuned. Like I said, if you want to see this tiki, how I did it, if you want to see how I take care of this pond, just stay tuned, man. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff, and I think you'll be very happy you did. All right, guys, thanks.